Ashley, and I'm here with my Reading Rush TBR. I look really bald. I thought I had put my bun high enough, but I guess not. Anyways, so this is my Reading Rush TBR, formerly known as the Booktubeathon, and I haven't done this in years, since like 2015, maybe 2016 I did it. I don't know. I don't think I've done it since I've been in this apartment. So yeah, it would have to be 2015 because I moved here in 2016. That's crazy pants. But anyways, I will link the Reading Rush channel down below, as well as the website where you can sign up. So it is a week-long readathon. It goes from July 22nd to July 28th, and I'm gonna try to vlog through it. My life's not that interesting. I'm sure it'll be mostly like my cat, who is here. Hopefully he like doesn't get too pushy or anything. So there are 7 challenges, and then challenges, and then one like extra bonus challenge. I'm not necessarily trying to do all of them. So the first challenge is to read a book with purple on the cover. And okay, so this is like kind of pinkish, but I feel like it's a purpley pink, and then there's a little more purple. So I'm gonna pick Fireworks by Serena Bowen. So I do pick like a rough month TBR, a rough monthly TBR. And I tried to fit the books that I wanted to read in July onto this TBR, so I wasn't adding more books. So yeah, so like this is kind of pinkish, but I feel like her nails are pretty purple, and this is like a purpley pink. So I'm counting it. And this is the latest True North book by Serena Bowen, and I have not read it yet. And I recently got this. I ordered a signed copy because Serena Bowen was closing her signed paperback shop until later in the year. So that is number 1. Challenge number 2 is to read a book in the same spot. So like you don't have to read it all at one time, but complete your reading of it in the same spot. I didn't pick a specific book for this because I'll just do whatever. Now the majority of my reading takes place on my couch anyways. So like that's almost exclusively where I read, especially if I'm reading a physical book. If I have an ebook, sometimes I read like out in the world, but I mainly read on the couch anyways. Sometimes I read in bed, but not often, because the bed is a sleeping place and not a anything else place. So then challenge number 3 is to read a book you meant to read last year. And so for me, I did The Matchmaker's Replacement, which is the 2nd book in this series. I had read The Matchmaker's Playbook earlier this year. I had bought these last year after seeing The Matchmaker's Playbook on Passionflix, and I mainly bought them because I wanted this story because it's like teased in the first one. And Passionflix is planning on making it, but I don't know when. Yeah, and this is an ebook, so I'll put like the cover over here. So then read an author's first book. So I didn't know, oh, this is 2 challenges. So this one and a book with 5 or more titles. So I didn't know this was this author's first book, and then so I had like literally gone through my whole TBR trying to find a first book, and then I found one, and I was like, I really don't want to read that this month. Like I do, but I don't. It's weird. It's the start of a series, and I'm just like, I'm in the middle of so many series. I don't want to start another one. But I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I happened to see on like Instagram that this was a debut novel, and I was like, I had no idea. And that's Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So I am counting "and" as another word because it is when you say it, even though it's an ampersand in the title. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I didn't realize this was a debut novel. I think it's because, I think the reason I thought it wasn't is because there's a romance novelist named Jennifer McQuiston, who I've never read her books before, but I hear her all the time. I should probably check her out. If you've heard of her and you have any recommendations, leave them below. Oh, this isn't, it feels big, but it's really not. So this is a male YA romance thing. So yeah, this is a relatively new release, and I know it's really popular. People like love it. I'm a little afraid to read it because like, what if I don't love it? What if it doesn't make me feel happy? But yeah, so this is for 2 challenges. And then the next challenge is to read a book with a non-human main character, and I really don't have a ton of books with non-human main characters, and I feel like this is a really loose challenge slash topic, and I really wanted to see if I could do something where it was like a true non-human main character, like not even like humanoid. Unfortunately, I own no books like that, so I feel like I sort of like cheated, but whatever. And I'm gonna read Shades of Wicked by Janine Frost, or that's my plan, because the main character, actually I believe, so he's a vampire. She might not be a vampire, she might just be like magical or something. It has been a long time since I've read anything in this world, so I don't know. And the second book comes out at some point this year, I think. And so then the last official challenge is to read a book and watch the adaptation. I have no books on my TBR, either new reads or rereads that are adaptations. So most likely I will not be doing this challenge. I am currently reading Emma. It's my nightly read. I'm rereading it, I guess, technically. I'm rereading Emma, but I'm like 15 chapters in or something, and I try to read a chapter every night. So one, I don't think I will finish it between like the time frame of the Reading Rush, because I really like reading it one chapter at a time. So like hypothetically, I will be in the act of reading an adaptation, and then I could watch either Clueless or Emma. My preferred adaptation of Emma is the Masterpiece Theater with Rob McGarry and Johnny Lee Miller, which I do really want to rewatch, but it's long. And I do kind of want to wait until I finish with my reread. So hypothetically I could do that, or I could totally cop out and do what I did like the last time I participated in this readathon, and this was a challenge, and read Pride and Prejudice, a graphic novel, and then watch Pride and Prejudice because it's a graphic novel, so it'll be a really easy, fast read. So I might do that if I just decide I really want to accomplish this challenge, which will probably happen if I actually like accomplish all the other ones and I'm just like, okay, I have to do it. But if I do that, my plan is to read this and then watch Bride and Prejudice. Last time I believe I watched the Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden version of Pride and Prejudice, which I do really enjoy. But I own that one. I own the Colin Firth one. I probably wouldn't watch that because it's really long. But I've been wanting to rewatch Bride and Prejudice, and this would be a great excuse to watch it. So yeah, that might happen. I feel like this is cheating because it's what I did the last time this was a challenge, but it's really the only option. I'm not gonna watch Harry Potter or read Harry Potter. I thought about doing Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but I really am not in the mood, and I kind of want to reread that series as a nightly read at some point, so that's not gonna happen. And then I thought briefly about doing Confessions of a Shopaholic, but I don't own the movie and I don't really feel like renting it, so yeah, it was kind of like a downer ending. Oh, and then there is one like honorary, sort of not really a challenge, and that is to read 7 books. This was historically the 7th challenge, but now it's just like a bonus challenge. I don't plan on trying to accomplish this if I happen to, because of like audiobooks or something, because I am working, so I listen to audiobooks on my way to work and home. Then that's great, but I'm not striving to accomplish this challenge. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I read the graphic novel, I have 5 books on here. So hypothetically, I would just need to read 2 other books, which I could easily do as audiobooks in the week. So it could happen, but it probably won't, and I'm not gonna kill myself for it. So that is my Reading Rush TBR. Like I said before, I will link the Reading Rush channel down below in case you don't subscribe. If you are going to read any of these, if you're going to participate in the challenge, let me know. I know they're doing a giveaway. I think I'll enter. I don't know. we'll see. Sometimes I feel weird entering giveaways because a lot of times they give away books and like I can afford books. Should I buy as many books as I buy? Probably not, but I can afford them. I'm not going into debt buying them. So I feel weird like entering giveaways and then getting books that I could otherwise purchase. So I'm still trying to decide on that, but I will be participating in the readathon. I'm really excited, and it'll be fun. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.